Little World History production.
Old Mowbray Camp Singapore at Wulu Pandan Road, Clementi, 1958. Mowbray Camp was originally a British gun detachment of the Buena Vista Gun Battery in the 1930s. This battery defended the western section of Singapore at the beginning of World War II. It had two 15-inch guns batteries that supplied with armor-piercing shells which had limited capabilities against land-based targets. As a result, these guns saw no action during the Battle of Singapore. When British surrender, the Japanese army took over the camp during the war. British surrender to the Japanese on the 15th of February 1942. After World War II, it became the home of the 3rd British Army Guard Unit and in the 1960s, home of the 5th Gurkha Dog Company. Singapore Armed Forces, SAF, took over Mowbray Camp in 1974, it became the SAF Provost Unit. The SAF vacated Mowbray Camp completely in 2003 for a new camp in Kranji. When my brother Sean enlisted for conscription in 1985, he was posted to Mowbray Camp as an armourer. Sean stayed on in the camp until the end of his 2.5 years of service. These were the supernatural incidents that happened during his conscription in Mowbray Camp. The supernatural incidents happened one Friday night when Sean stayed alone in a single-story colonial-era quartermaster office. He was preparing some paperwork for the annual audit. Around 5 a.m., he was awoken by the sound of a woman crying outside the quartermaster office. No female staff stayed in camp after 5 p.m. Suddenly, Sean felt his soul drifting away from his body and he passed through the louver window, pulled towards the direction of the cry. He saw a long-haired, pale-faced woman in white, standing in a corner. She was staring at Sean. Immediately, Sean tried his best to resist drifting towards the woman in white. This struggle finally ended when the sun rose. Sean had no strength to get up from the safari bed, and needed help from his campmate to stand up. Sean told his encounter to his campmates. One of the Armscout men replied that he too had the same encounter when he was doing night duty in the same office. He heard the same woman crying, and felt his soul drifting away from his body through the louver window, towards the direction of the cry. The same long-haired, pale-faced crying woman in white had been standing at the same corner staring at him. Both Sean and the Armscout man likely encountered Pontianak. Pontianak is the dangerous spirit of a woman which is from Malay and Indonesian mythology. Pontianaks are women who died during childbirth, and are also known as vampiric ghosts. They are active at night, while during the day, the Pontianak spirit resides inside banana trees. Another supernatural incident Sean encountered at Mowbray Camp happened when he was doing his guard duty patrol. The guard patrols needed 2 people. During the patrol, one guard walked a distance in front of Sean. When they patrolled near an ammo dump, suddenly the place around Sean seemed almost pitch black. Sean started to get goosebumps, and he could feel the presence of something following them. Sean told himself to keep calm and keep walking, with the M16, bayonet and live rounds giving him the courage to get back to the guard house. These were the 2 supernatural incidents my brother Sean encountered during his conscription which he will never forget.